Once upon a time, there was a little blue tank engine called Zach. He lived at a station called Moyne, with 3 other engines. Their names were Amy, Dick, and Dell. They all thought Zach a silly engine, with silly ideas, and didn't usually listen to him. Zach felt unwelcome with these engines, so he slept in a separate shed all alone. One morning, as Zach arrived at Urban Station to collect some cars, he noticed a stout man in a nice suit clambering into an engine he'd never seen before. "What's your name?" said the engine. Zach gave no reply, as he thought this engine wouldn't pay much attention to him either. "You there, blue tank engine. What is your name?" "Zach," he said quietly. "Zach. Nice to meet you, Zach. I'm Toby. I'm from—" Zach could hardly contain his excitement. "Toby? The famous Toby from Sodor?" "Yes, this is him," Toby the tram engine said. "I can't believe," said Zach, that I'm actually talking to a Sodrian engine. I've heard many stories about you. Driver reads them to me every now and again. My favorite is—" Just then, Dick pulled up. "Don't listen to him, old teapot. He's a liar, and he always is upset with us." And he chuffed away, wheezing at Zach as he went by. "Teapot!" exclaimed Toby. "How rude." "Yes," the fat controller said. "Are all the engines like this, Zach?" "Yeah," said Zach, looking quite sad again. "I wish I could work with kinder engines," he said. Then his driver pulled the lever, and Zach puffed sadly away. "You know, sir," said Toby, "I was in a miserable state when you rescued me. Maybe, if it's all right, with you, of course, sir, could we bring Zach to live on Sodor too?" The fat controller pondered. "I'll try, Toby. I'll try." The next day, the fat controller was speaking with Jake, Eli, and Ian, the owners of the railway. Toby was waiting expectantly for Sir Topham Hatt when he burst out of the station, waving some papers in the air. "We've got him, Toby. It was expensive, but we've got him." That night, Toby's last night of his visit, he could hardly sleep. He wanted to tell Zach the good news right away. "Is it really all right?" Toby asked the fat controller for the umpteenth time. "Yes, little Toby. We'll tell him first thing tomorrow. Now get some rest. You'll need it." In the morning, Toby was woken up by the fat controller. "Come on, Toby. We've got a surprise to announce." "Yes, sir," said Toby excitedly. When they arrived at Moyne Yard, they overheard the other engines. "Darn you, Zach! You're always in the way of us. You're a big disgrace to the railway, and an even bigger disgrace to the world. No wonder they almost scrapped you on the level main." "Hello," said Amy. "Moyne to Zach. That means move." Zach started backing out of the station when he bumped Toby. "Now look what you've done," said Dell. "You crashed our hunk-of-junk visitor. You're just not good enough." "He's more than good enough for me," boomed Sir Topham Hatt, "and he's coming back with Toby." Zach was overjoyed. "Sodor? With famous engines like Thomas and Duck and Edward? Oh, thank you, Mr. You may call me Sir now." "Thank you, sir." Dick, Amy, and Dell were greatly surprised. Soon, Jake, Eli, and Ian came out from the station. "You 3 must do Zach's work as well as your own. And no, I'm not bringing another engine." And it was settled. And Zach and Toby, the 2 new friends, trundled slowly and happily back to Sodor.